So here is Joseph. Joseph is walking around with this distinctive multicolor coat, thinking that he's so important. And he said, and his brother saw that their father loved Joseph more than all of his brothers. So they hated him and could not find it within themselves to speak to him on friendly terms. So they were jealous and they hated him because he was getting something they really desired, the attention and the love of a father. Listen, the love of a father is such a powerful thing. I know many of us have been raised without fathers, and there are many who have been raised with fathers. And if you was raised with a good father, a father that was fair, a father that loves you equally, because you can never love your children the same, because they're distinctive and they're different. So you love them the way they should be loved. You know, you love them. So that favor business where you favor one over the other is something that you should not do, because it creates this division within siblings. And as you can see here, they develop this resentment in their heart towards their parents and towards that particular sibling, because that sibling that knows they're favored will let you know they're favored and you're least favored by the behavior or by what they do. As you see here, he went and brought a report back to his father about his brother's behavior. And Joseph brought back a bad report about them to his father, because as far as he's concerned, my father loves me. And that is what a lot of people fight with now. And this also leaves a psychological impact on that particular child who's least favored, because they carry that insecurity about them, like something's wrong with them, or they're not good enough, or they're lacking in some way. And it really affects their self-esteem and self-confidence. So they hated him because he stole their thunder. He was the center of attention. His father made him something special to make everybody know that he's special. And he wore that coat around. Now, Joseph dreamt a dream and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him even more. When you have a dream, my friend, do not share your dream with anybody, because not anybody and everybody will celebrate your dream. Not everybody be happy with you regarding your dream. And sometimes you have to be careful what you share with those around you. You know, your plans for the future, or what you are going to do for the future. Or, you know, if God showed you something, don't use wisdom. Don't share it with people. Don't share it with people. Pray about it. Keep it in your heart. Allow the Lord to work it out for you. Because when you share your dream with people, you expect people to celebrate with you and be happy for you. And as you can see, because they already hated Joseph, now Joseph dreamt a dream and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him even more. That means you'll have more authority over us. You'll be more successful than us. You'll be more powerful than we are. You already have everything. What else can you have? You have the favor of your father. You are loved by your father. You are treated as like a prince by your father. And now you're saying you have a dream, and when you're going to lord it over us, you're already lording it over us. What else do you want? So they even hated him even more. So when you have a dream, my friend, when God has shown you something that will be a blessing, not just for yourself, but for the world, because his blessing was for Israel. He didn't understand his dream. But maybe Joseph had a little arrogance in him as well, a little pride in him, because when you are sometimes feels so secure because his father made him feel secure. You can develop a little bit of pride, in yourself, prideful behavior. And Joseph developed prideful behavior because here he's sharing his dream to his brothers, and his brothers hated him even more. And he said to them, please listen to the details of this dream which I have dreamt. And the most funniest thing about it, he's so oblivious to his brother's hatred towards him. It's like he's not even seeing it. Like he's not even there. And maybe his brothers also patronized him. They never showed him how much they really hated him. But deep down, they hated him. And sometimes we have that hatred in our hearts as well. We cover it. We pretend that everything's okay, but we have that hatred in us towards people that have hurt us in the past. Because the reason they hate Joseph, because they feel hurt by Joseph. They feel hurt by their father. Because the father is the instigator of this situation here. But yet still, the one that's receiving the love by the father is the one they hate the most, because they won't hate their father, but they hate Joseph. Because Joseph was their target. Joseph was the reason that they were experiencing these feelings of inadequacy, these feelings of insecurity, these feelings of worthlessness, these feelings of, isolation, or this feeling of rejection. So Joseph was the cause of their problem. And Joseph is there sharing his dream. He's saying that he is the one in charge again, because they feel like he's the one in charge already. And now you're going to be in charge in our future and rule over us and bow down in respect. And we have to bow down to you and respect you. That got them even more angry. They were angrier. They were angry as a result of this dream that Joseph dreamt. So the Bible says, and his brother said to him, are you actually going to reign over us? Are you really going to rule and govern us as your subjects? So the hatred just intensified. So they hated him even more for telling them about his dream and for his arrogant words. So listen, when you have a dream, when God has shown you something, be careful who you share your dream with. Not everybody will celebrate you. Not everybody will love you the way you believe you should be loved. Joseph, for some sense, maybe thought his brothers loved him. And because he was young and immature at that time, he was doing things that were getting his brothers into trouble, but his brothers were resentful towards him. His brothers didn't really like him that much. But he was oblivious to that. He didn't see it. I believe that's why when his father said to go and bring report, find out where your brothers are, he went. Because he couldn't see the danger. He couldn't see that his brothers disliked him so much. And sometimes it's difficult for us to see how much people dislike us. Or it's difficult for you to see how you dislike somebody around you. So Joseph irritated his brothers. He irritated them because he just reminded them of what they didn't have or what they were missing. But in the eyes of God, they were all special because they were the 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people. So even in the midst of this situation, for you, if you ever went through this, where you felt less favored by your parents, God loves you more than you can ever imagine. You're special to him because he made you exactly how you are.